Hey, welcome back, guys. So this week, a little bit of the same old. So we're going to be doing a oil change on the Nissan, and we're also going to be trying to restore the headlights on it. You see me do oil changes on this a couple of times. You've also seen me do a headlight restoration for the Toyota, but now we're going to do it on the Nissan, and we're going to use a few different tools. So as always, going to jack the car up, which is already done. Got this up in the air. I'm going ahead and remove the tire, and then we can get to that inner fender. Remove the hubcap, then the tire, up under the car. Now we'll go ahead and remove the inner fender. If you look back at some of my older videos, you'll see I replaced this with threaded inserts and Allen keys, Allen head stainless steel bolts. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one over here in the corner. We'll get those off, and then this little insert will come right off, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next step. There's 3 and 1 more, and then our panel falls right off. And then you can see here and here and down here, which was an old one that I tried to make work but I couldn't. And then I also have one right over here for the threaded insert that falls right out of the way. And now we have access to our oil filter. I'm going to grab my oil drain pan, stick under there, and then it's basically on to the next step. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull the drain bolt on this. It is a 14 millimeter, and we're just going to go right here. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. There we go. This is probably going to be a little bit warm, so we're just going to try to do our best here. If we drop the bolt, it's okay. Don't really mind that. That engine oil is kind of hot, so I want to be careful as I do it. Alright, pull that back a little bit. It did pretty good. Didn't get as much on me as I thought I would. Grab my ratchet, let that do its thing. Then we'll go ahead and we'll get set up to pull the oil filter. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop this down just a little bit. Yeah, we're just about done on that, so that's good. We'll let that continue draining. Okay, so while it's doing its thing, we're gonna go ahead and try to get these headlights cleaned up. Now you can kind of see some of the marks in this one pretty bad. Driver's side's just as bad. So if you watched my last one when I did the headlights on the Toyota, I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. We're not going to tape it off. We're not going to mask. I'm not too awful worried about it because this one doesn't get driven a lot at night. But just for cosmetic purposes, I do want it to look pretty decent. So let me get set up and we'll get started on this too. So for this one, I got a little bit smaller of an attachment for a drill. This is wet dry sandpaper. So I think we're gonna start out with a 2000 first. And if we need to, we can drop down. But we'll go from 2000 all the way up to 3000. But then also, we're just gonna use soapy water on this too. So I just got this pump sprayer. We're just gonna mist it like this. And then just go at it. Alright, let's see where that got us at so far. Alright, let's see what we got. That's pretty good for just using a 3000 right out the gate, or a 2000. But now you can see how it's all kind of fogged up, so we're gonna do it a little bit more with that and some more soapy water. And then I think we're just gonna buff it out. That, hit it with the 2000 again. Let that dry really good so we can actually see what we got. Now you can see it as it dries, how it kind of starts to fog out again, which is okay. So now we're going to move on up to the 3000 grit. But now the only difference is when we're going up to the 3000 grit is we're going to go reverse. So if you were going spinning clockwise on your drill, now we're going to go counterclockwise. So get wet again. Alright, I'm going to finish it out with the 3000, and then if we polish it, we'll move on to that step. Alright, so I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but you can kind of see how it's kind of hazy, it's not real clear. So now to finish this out, instead of clear coating it, I just want to see how long it'll hold up for. We're going to take some chemical guys, and we're going to take this wool pad, and we're just going to polish it out. We're going to mix our chemical guys around a little bit, just a little bit on there, not much, not like that, like that, like that, like that, a little bit up there, a little bit down there. Then we're just going to mix it all up, kind of just brush it out like that on there, and then just start buffing. All right, Wipe off all the excess there. Oh yeah. Now look how much better that is, guys. That's way better. And because you can actually see right down here, I don't know how good I can get it on camera, you can see how it's still kind of hazy down here where I didn't get real close to the edge, but again, it's okay. But then you can see how clear that is. So before to after, I think that's pretty good. All right, so it looks like our oil is pretty much drained out now, so I think we're gonna go ahead and swap gears for a minute, and we'll go ahead and spin this like this. We'll go ahead and get this oil filter off. Now, unfortunately, it does spill all down my drain, which I hate, but it is what it is. So, get this old purelator off. There we go. We'll let that set up here for a little bit, kind of drain out, and then I'm gonna let it drain out for a few minutes, and then while it's doing it, I'll go ahead and get the new stuff ready. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe everything off best I can. I don't have any brake clean on me or anything, so, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So we're just gonna clean it to the best that we can. Try to just soak up everything we can. Get all this off the frame as much as possible. I don't want to smell burning oil on the frame from it getting hot or anything, so it is what it is. It'll be fine. All right, so go ahead and pull you guys back for a second. Our new purelator. And then I think we're just going to take some of our used oil here, just lube up that seal, lube up that gasket a little bit, like so. And then what I like to do is take a little bit of the new oil. It don't take a lot. We're going to take our oil filter out like this. We're going to put just a little bit in it, not much, about that much, and then you'll watch inside there, it'll start to kind of draw that down. It'll start to pull it into the paper a little bit, so it's kind of pre-lubricated. Plus that gets you inside these little dots where your gasket is, so we get that nice and good. I'll let that soak down to the bottom of the filter, like so. That over there, over there. And we'll go back over here, and we're ready to install. I just want to hand tighten it. I don't want to go crazy on it. All right, good enough. And then, if you guys are curious, I know it's been a long time since I showed any of this. If you want to run Purolator, there's your part number, PL14612. That crosses over between all the Purolator brands. I think the only thing that changes is maybe the PL, but the 14612 is pretty much the same, whether you go with the basic one or you go all the way up to the premium edition. I go with the synthetic blend media up to 15,000 because I try to change mine every 3 to 5 if I can. Of course, that doesn't always happen, but we do what we can do. So then I'm going to take my old one, like so, drop it into the old pack, because you can see that this one is actually a little bit bigger than that one. And the part number on this one is PH14610. So it looks like it did change a little bit, but that's all right. And it could be, so you can see you can go with the Purolator, you can go with the Purolator 1, or you can go with the Purolator Boss. The one that I took off, I think, was the Purolator 1, and then that one over there is just the Purolator. Which is why I'm assuming, which is why it went from the PH 14612 to the, or I'm sorry, not PH, PL146 to the PL14610, depending on which one you go with. But yeah, either way, we're good. I think one was slightly taller than the other, because if you look, this one don't quite fit in the box, but it's okay. I also picked this up at a different part store than where I normally get my stuff. So that could have been a factor too, but it is what it is. It's on there, so we're gonna run it. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put the oil drain plug back on, and then we're gonna get it full of oil. So let's go ahead and crawl up under here. Grab our old oil plug. I actually put a new gasket on that recently, which is good. But I also think we're going to go ahead and just clean it off just a little bit. Clean it up, get it look pretty, like so. Push that out of the way now. Gonna wipe off a little bit of this excess here, like so. Go ahead and throw our bolt back in. Alright, that's good enough. Don't want to over torque it. Wipe everything down. Make sure everything looks nice and clean. That way if we have any oil spills or leaks or anything like that, we'll be able to find it. Alright. Okay. Here you go. Hit the trigger. Squeeze. There you go. Okay, let's go to this one. Go to this one. Go to this one. And then this one. And then this one. Now come down here. Good job.
I do not.
All right, come here. I'm gonna put oil in it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's put the funnel around. Hold on. Come here. Put your knees right there. Ready? Help me. There we go. Gotta keep pouring. Let that go down a little bit.
Yeah.
Takes a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Take a walk.
Alright. Let's see. Gotta do a little bit more.
Yeah. Did it. Now what else?
Alright guys, so I went ahead and did it off camera, but I did want to go ahead and show you that headlight. I went ahead and polished it out. Now just like the other one, I did have a little bit here that I did miss, but you can look back at the before and to the now, and that's significantly better. So I mentioned earlier to you that I wasn't going to clear coat these. The reason I don't want to clear coat it is I want to see what happens. I want to see how long it'll hold up without it being clear coated while it's just being lightly wet sanded and polished out. So we're basically all filled up on the oils, all the fluids are good. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go inside here, we're going to turn the car on, right? And then if we look right here where it says press that, we're going to go ahead and start the car up. We'll let it run for a few minutes, and then we're going to zoom in right there. I know it says trunk open. There's a button right here. You'll see that one and that one. So we're going to hit the square button. We're going to go to exit. Then we're going to go do our menu options. And then the little dot that we had over there, we're going to go to maintenance. Use the square as an enter. Scroll down to filter. We're going to go ahead and reset that. And then reset. Now that's back to 0. And then we're going to go ahead and go to engine oil. Same thing. And now we're back to 0. Now we can go ahead and exit completely out. All right, that's pretty much it right there, guys. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for this one. Like I said, nothing too extravagant. We did a oil change, which you've seen in the past, but it, you know, like everything, sometimes stuff just has to be done. Those headlights have been terrible for a while. Like I said, I want to go ahead and redo those. Fairly simple job on both aspects. It's just a little bit of a pain on, you know, getting to certain things like that oil filter. You seen we had to take the wheel and tire off to be able to get to that easily, along with an access panel. Originally that access panel had those little pull clips in it. If you look back in my thing, if I could find it, I'll add a link to it. where I use a threaded insert tool to install those. I drill out a few holes and install those, and then make it where you can use stainless steel hardware or whatever type of hardware you want, just because I didn't want to have to pull those little stupid clips and have to replace them all the time, because they're plastic and you can only take them in and out so many times before they're going to break. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a simple little oil change and a little headlight restoration. Like I said, I'm not going to clear coat these just yet. I will probably do that in the future, but for right now, I'm just kind of curious as to how long they'll hold up without being clear coated. You did see me bag and tape off the Corolla headlights. Those are completely different headlights from these, meaning the plastic on those are obviously older, a little bit thicker. These are pretty thin on a Nissan, so I don't want to have to do this too many times. I think I did this once before a long time ago, and I don't think I clear coated them then. But I want to use this as a baseline. So we know it's Wednesday, November 5th of 2025. So we're going to go ahead and use that as a baseline to determine how long those headlights hold up. Other than that, you've seen my help kind of toward the end. Help me put the lug nuts on and help me do the filling of the oil. It roughly takes about, I'm sure it's different based on your car. I think this one took about 3.5 or 4 with a filter. But yeah, that's it. I appreciate you guys coming back week after week, time after time. Thank you to my new subscribers. I hope you guys enjoy the channel and stick around. Much other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. And hit that little hype icon. That helps get my videos out. Yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one.